Hello, welcome to Lapis Lazuli. We are always so grateful that you can be able to tune in and just watch the channel as we keep talking about Jesus as our firm foundation. We are so grateful that you could be able to subscribe, share our videos, and just be able to learn as we also get to learn, because we are learning together. Now, today, we are going to talk about a very important topic that affects us in many ways. And I want to start by asking a question. Did somebody ever tell you that death or loss sounds like fear? It grieves us. It comes in and it brings so much fear in our lives.
Many a times we sleep tired. And I recall, she used to encourage me. She used to tell me, no one, God will see us through. He's father of the fatherless. He has our back. It was not really easy. But I thank God. I struggled with her, and she was now going to do her form, and I was so grateful. I didn't know what was ahead. I didn't really know. We were so close. And I think I became a mother before I became one. Yeah, she taught me to be responsible. Yes, when I get some money, I could buy her stuff. I'm taking care of her. I didn't know how to be a mother, but I learned to.
Hello, Lapis family. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Some of us, it's even night when you're viewing. But this is an introduction of the video that Linda has done. And Linda is talking about loss and grief. And I would like you to check our video. I want you to check it. It's coming this week. But let me talk about grief, as Linda is sharing today. Now, as Linda shares, one of the things that we see her talk about is that grief is a process. It's a journey, that we go through. And as we talked with Linda, one of the things that really stands out is that when things happen that are painful, especially like grief, we can still trust God. We can still trust God. We don't need to blame God when when we go through challenges, but walk with it through with Him. We might never find answers to some things that happen. There are times, even as Linda shares her life, there are things you cannot understand, you cannot explain, and that many times we would ask ourselves why, and she was saying many times she would ask herself why, but sometimes we can never even get those answers. But when we focus on God is more, will show us eternity is more important. And so even if our family members, our relatives, our friends, our loved ones have gone, we can think of the bigger picture, which is eternity, because God is our comforter. God is our comforter. We can run to Him. We can meditate on Him. Very quickly, I wanted us to just see, even as we listen to her story, as we premiere it, she shares through the stages of loss and grief. And the reason why we share the stages is because sometimes we don't even understand, why am I feeling what I'm feeling? And so we share this so that you can know that when I go through loss, I can go through this process. Sometimes some of us, we go through all of them. Some of us, we go through one or two, but this is a normal process. The first thing that happens when we go through loss is pain. You feel the pain, and the second thing is denial. Sometimes we even deny. That's where someone says, I can't believe it. I don't want to even believe it. we keep the phone. I know for me, the people I've lost, sometimes I just keep their phone number. I still have some of them. I don't know why. Sometimes I go to it and ring it, and that is denial, when we are denying that person is gone. Another thing that, even as Linda was sharing, that was clear is anger. We feel angry, towards self, towards the person, towards the doctors, towards situations, towards circumstances, so that's something also. It's a stage in mourning that comes. Sometimes it's bargaining. We bargain. We feel like, no, could it have happened this way? We find ourselves in bargaining mode, and then there is depression. We find ourselves depressed. We find ourselves going through depression, and then many times acceptance, which is just accepting that happened, and we will move on. One of the things that is important is that we don't need to rush. Don't rush it. Let it just go. But I have to remind you that let's not take long in that process, in the stages, or those waves. Sometimes it's a wave, you feel the wave of anger, you feel the wave of depression, these waves are okay, but don't take long in them. Excessive mourning is the enemy of the living. Now, very quickly, what are the steps to overcome grief? One, it's important to journal. Have time alone. Have time alone. Another thing, express how you feel. It's okay to talk. Talk to somebody. Talk to a person who knew the person, or if you need to see a psychologist, it's okay, a counselor, but just get to talk. For us who are Christians, we have other Christians. We can talk to other Christians. It's okay, Another thing is do something. Don't just neglect ourselves. Sometimes we can now just neglect ourselves. We don't feel like waking up. We don't feel like doing anything, so I always say it's important to create a space to be yourself, where you can journal, you can write, you can do something you like, if you like, go out there, take air, wake up, exercise, just do something you like, go, even if you'll do window shopping. For us ladies, some of us just go and just look around. It's okay, for a while, for you to be able to move on. Another thing is take care of yourself. Another thing is when someone goes, ask yourself, what is the legacy they left? What did you like about that person who's gone? What did you admire? And how can you apply it in your life? What are the things that they left for you? Because they might have gone, but there is something that you can hold on to. Maybe it was the wisdom they had, or maybe it was something that you just admired, and add it to your life. Be aware of your feelings. Don't numb it. Don't suppress it. Suppressed feelings are very dangerous. So don't allow yourself to have unexpressed pain. But be able to look for or speak up. Say when you're feeling sad. Notice that as I was talking to Linda, I kept asking, how did you feel? Because it's important to share how you feel. So thank you so much. Please look forward to listen to the story. These are just the nuggets of the things that she shared, but the real story is coming up, so please watch it this week. We are really so grateful. Thank you so much for always viewing our page, sharing it. Let's share whatever God has put in our lives. As we always say, Jesus is our firm foundation, and so even as we mourn, as we go through loss, God is still our firm foundation.